Greek Week is such a strong start to the 4th season of Full House. This is directed by Zwick, and as always there will be spoilers from now as I talk about what happens in the episode and share some thoughts. And it's so strong it feels like it could be a series finale. I'm glad it's not, and the finale of the previous season was amazing, but it definitely feels like it could have been this triumphant end. But I'm glad it's also the way to start off what is also a pretty brilliant season. And it starts off with Jesse getting everybody ready to welcome his parents. They're coming over. They're celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary, and they arrive. And we actually get to see the whole family, Danny, Jesse, Joey, DJ, Stephanie and Michelle in the same frame. Very rarely happens, so I was quite happy about that. And we have his parents played by Jack Kruschen and Vera Lockwood, and they're really likeable characters, and we have some surprises for the characters and also surprises for us as viewers because they announced that they brought over Jesse's cousin's little girl called Melina. And in she walks, and it's Mary-Kate. At least according to IMDb, Mary-Kate played Melina in this episode and Ashley played Michelle. I don't know if they switched at any point, but we have Mary-Kate and Ashley both in the episode at the same time, and it's so beautiful to see. There are a couple of highlights that I'll mention as we go through this, and the reason we can tell them apart in the episode is because Melina is, well, Mary-Kate or Ashley is wearing a wig throughout this, and that's how we can tell them apart in the episode, but obviously facially they look very much alike. We also have the introduction of a character called Sylvio, played by Josh Blake, and immediately he approaches DJ and kisses her hand. They're not related. And we also have Sylvio's older sister Elena, played by Jennifer Gatti, and she kisses Jesse just as Becky arrives. And we learn a little bit more about their relationship as things progress. First of all, though, we have Mary-Kate and Ashley making faces in a mirror, and I love seeing them interact together. It's so adorable. And Elena is feeding Jesse a lot of food. She's making baklava. It looks delicious. And then Stephanie is teaching her grandmother to vogue. And Danny comes in looking for DJ, and they start copying his, well, not his dance moves, but he puts his hand to his head and they copy that. And it's good fun. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. And then we see DJ and Sylvio outside sharing a Slurpee, and they kiss, and then Danny comes out with Comet, and one of my favourite moments is when Sylvio tells Danny, I can't remember the exact phrasing, but Sylvio says something to the effect of DJ is the most beautiful woman in the world, and Danny replies, she's all right, trying, of course, to diffuse the situation. And DJ's face at that point was very funny, very, very entertaining. Joey then comes in and he has bought matching outfits for Michelle and Melina, so we get to see them dressed alike, and they try and get Danny to guess which one's which. And then one of my favourite moments in the episode as well is when Melina says, you got it dud, meaning you've got it dude, and Michelle corrects her, and then she squishes her face, which is basically just, according to IMDb, Ashley Olsen just squishing her sister's face, which is so funny, and I rather enjoyed it. Sylvio then asks DJ if they can go for a walk, but it's not a regular walk. They're going for a walk around the table. And I'm not Greek. I know nothing about Greek culture, very little about Greek culture anyway, and I had no idea what this was in reference to. And they do this walk around the table, and apparently it's a traditional wedding walk. They are now married, and we find out that Elena and Jesse once upon a time did this wedding walk, and they are technically married as well. And obviously this is a very awkward situation, but we immediately then cut to the anniversary celebrations, and we celebrate Jesse's parents' wedding and their anniversary, and everybody's dancing, and then plates start to get smashed, and then we find out that actually because no live animals changed hands, they can get divorced, and everybody gets divorced. And then we have a beautiful moment, and Jesse proposes to Becky, and it is really sweet. I will say a couple of people in the background did glance over at Jesse as he got down on one knee, and they didn't react until Jesse announced it, which was a little bit awkward. But other than that, it was a really, really beautiful moment. and it's lovely to have them engaged again. Of course, we had their almost wedding quite a while ago, and I feel like everybody, myself included, was just waiting for this moment, and it feels so wonderful. And as I said, this could have been the ending to a season, but I'm also glad that it's a really incredibly strong start to season 4. It's a brilliant season. Looking forward to rewatching these episodes, and this episode in particular is just fabulous. Personal highlights. Actually, my personal highlights obviously include Mary-Kate and Ashley, but also Stephanie teaching her grandmother to dance. I thought that scene was pretty fun. I think this is a very unpredictable episode. There are a lot of pretty incredible moments, and I'll say it again, Greek Week is pretty fabulous.